If God exists and wants to love everybody, why he chose to imbue the world with so much suffering that is at least seemingly completely inexplicable?
Are you a father?
No.
I'm a father. I want my son to become better than I am. Is it possible for him to reach his potential without suffering in his life?
I don't want to talk about your son because it's tragic to think about, but somebody else's son has suffered and died immediately as a result of that suffering. They don't get to develop in the same way.
I would agree that on a micro level, it's very hard to justify. And we can ask the question, why doesn't God intervene on all of these
you might be able to justify an amount of suffering. There are some instances where maybe a certain amount of suffering brings about a certain amount of good in a situation. But when a child dies of leukemia and they're dead.
Could there be a purpose to it? What if the death of the child brings their parents to God?
Then perhaps then the parents should be grateful that their child got leukemia because it's doing the will of the Lord.
Not necessarily.
That seems obscene to me.
No.
Leukemia is not from God. God did not imbue the world with so much pain. And like he rightly said, you can never know how much of the good you've experienced if you haven't experienced pain. For you to know good, you have to experience evil. For you to know light, you have to experience darkness. Otherwise, you never know what that means. As a Christian, we understand that God is not the author of pain. Whatever we experience, sickness came as a result of sin, as a result of disobedience of man. That's why God introduced in Genesis, he said that because you have sinned, then there has to be an end of your earthly life. And then he introduced death, and death is not the final pathway. So he should know the stand of a Christian that death is not the final, but a pathway to eternal life, a pathway out of pain, a pathway out of sickness.